Thank you for listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud. It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass.
Hey everybody, what is going on? As Gabe says in the comments early on here, it is Tipsy Tuesday. That means it is time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you feeling tonight, man?
Better than Ohio State, motherfuckers.
Right out the gate, huh?
Yeah, I've been waiting since that fucking final second ticked off. It was like, they're going to get it this one. They're going to fucking get it.
How much of that game did you actually watch?
The whole thing. It's the first time I've watched an entire college football game in years. Years. I've like tripled my college football consumption just in general this season. Again, like I've barely watched any games over the past like 4 or 5 years. I was gonna say, but I think I've combined for like 3 games this year, and one of them was the whole one this past week.
Well, welcome to the dark side. It's there's all kinds of drama.
Hey, this is where I thrive, though. You know me; I've always just wanted the chaos, and this is what I want. Dude. So
we're gonna talk about
it's all playing out right into my hand.
Because there is the opportunity for a lot of chaos coming up after this weekend, and things are primed, just like Scott was saying a long time ago. It's all perfectly for exactly what we thought was going to happen. Mookie's here. Mookie, how you feeling, man? Thank you for your service, by the way. I guess I don't know what's happening here. I don't know why you're dressed in camo.
Oh, I'm not. I actually chose to rock my Messi Argentina jersey again for my boy over there. Huge game this weekend. Like absolutely.
That's all I'm saying. Just a little bit.
Look, I know my fit is on point, so it's all good. I was gonna say it's funny that you mentioned it's prime time for this because I'm fucking jacked that Deion Sanders is coming to coach the UC Bearcats. I mean, those games are going to be amazing. Like, can you imagine the bling that's going to be up for grabs in that locker room in Clifton, Ohio? Like, that shit gonna get jacked. And Matt Barr hit it on the head. Tiffies, as always. And the rest of you veterans, truly, honestly, thank you for being good people. But yeah, I'm doing great. What can I say? You know, good times roll.
Right.
Although, Cesar, you do got to get your boy Canelo Alvarez in line. Like, he needs to check his shit.
Yeah, Cesar's the reason. Apologies for being late. Cesar was late. We were waiting on him to show up, and then he shows up literally as we're going live.
It still sound like shit.
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
These things don't fucking work, bro.
Where's your wire?
Bro, why didn't you get yourself a pair on Black Friday or Cyber Monday?
I don't even know where the mic is. I did.
Dude, he's straight. Our parents are doing this shit. He's like putting his face on the camera. I don't know where it is.
Where's the
mute button? Camera? Where do I look into it? Can they see me?
Why am I so small?
Are we just assuming Canelo's my boy because he's also Mexican? Because that's racist as fuck, bro. It's kind of crazy.
No!
I get it. It's cool.
Race card.
No, I get it. It's cool, bro.
No. What I want to know, because he was. Are you not?
It's cool, bro. It's crazy.
No. Are you not a Mexican national team fan?
Not really.
Oh, well then that's my bad.
These stripes bleed, baby.
I thought you were because you were talking shit about him last week.
You're not supposed to bleed.
Well, it's because he's a bitch.
Well, yeah, Canelo is.
These
but
colors bleed, baby.
Yes, it did.
I was supposed to say these stripes bleed, baby, but no.
Yeah, they're not supposed to bleed, though. That's the problem.
Let's see if this works. I support CONCACAF.
See, this is we need to clear this up.
Right now, Smokey.
We need to clear this up because I'm not going to be like that to my guy. I'm not trying to make it. Weren't you pissed when we were texting about the Mexico-Argentina game? Or were you pissed because your parlay broke?
I was pissed because my parlay broke and because I want CONCACAF to do well.
Okay, that's fair. I misinterpreted that. But yeah, as JB says, no show tonight. Just end this shit now. Can't get any better from my perspective.
These colors bleed, baby.
Yeah.
These colors bleed.
That's the name of the show. There's the name of the show. When you retitle this bitch, These Colors Bleed is the title of this episode.
5 minutes and 14 seconds in.
How does the phrase work?
These colors don't run.
Okay.
So what happened here was I think Cesar combined.
Hold on, Mookie. Wait, hang on. So that wasn't just you like messing up and not realizing you messed up.
No,
You
dude,
really thought
he
it was these colors bleed.
No, I didn't fucking know what the phrase was. I just thought I'd come up with it last
That's
second.
why I was laughing so hard. He legit thought it was These Colors
It
Bleed.
was just one of those where like he just mixed up two sayings and then just didn't really.
I tell you, that's probably what it was, right?
Just
I
answer
believe-
Joey Diaz going crazy on Memorial Day weekend for me.
Oh
That's
my
my
god,
sentiment.
dude. Oh.
Oh my gosh. All right. Listen, we got an awesome show for you tonight.
yeah.
We're going to talk big hats. We also are going to talk the Commanders absolutely screwing up the Sean Taylor Memorial.
It really is Bud Light all over again, dude. Like it 100% is. Holy shit.
Oh, that's right.
Thank
We
you,
were
Joe.
talking about Rodney Dangerfield earlier. That was the other one.
Oh, yeah. Cesar has no idea who Rodney Dangerfield is.
Damn.
Tank's got the line here. He wants Cesar to make a line of Pro America shirts now. I think we should start that. Just have Cesar do something like
These colors bleed.
I mean,
baby.
that's all you
Fucking
need, Mike. Just
bleed.
just an American flag dripping blood that says these colors bleed.
this eagle doesn't fly south.
His eagle doesn't
I don't know what that means either.
You know what it means.
You know.
Joe Hall said, since I'm not on the show, this will be less than satisfactory.
It's
I
100%
messaged Joe earlier just to see how he was, and he never responded back. So I was like, all right, man, needs a little time to assimilate back to being back home. Back at home, I can speak. Listen, awesome show tonight. All kinds of stuff to get to. Before we do all that, let's talk about these beers that we are drinking. Scott, what is in your mug tonight? What you got?
Better be the
Actually,
same
all
thing
our
that
mugs.
you have, you motherfucker. Like, what are you talking about, you dumbass?
Intro it, 'cause I
Man.
wasn't ready to pull it up yet.
I thought that's what you were doing. I was like, this motherfucker threw it to me because he can't find what the fuck we're drinking. We are drinking Yellow Jacket, a dry hop APA. But more importantly, this is a brew that fan of the show, Sarah White, picked up for us from Springfield,
Happy birthday,
Tennessee.
Sarah.
Yes, happy belated birthday, Sarah, at Brewworks. And this was one of the beers that we asked her to get us, and we just asked whatever the brewers said was like their best beer. So we are all drinking this 6% APA dry hopped Yellow Jacket. I gotta say, I'm guessing they call it a Yellow Jacket because it comes out yellow as shit. It is a bright ass yellow.
It is Tom Herman, football player, you are a bad guy, pea color. Like that's how
Yeah.
like, Tom Herman is very upset.
Yeah, but I gotta say, I'd fuck it. Like I'd fuck this bad piss. Like some beers. I would let it pee on me.
JP said, I wonder if they're just stalling in hopes I go away because they know I'm going to be obnoxious as fuck after this week. Absolutely not, man.
No, absolutely
Please,
not.
like,
We didn't anticipate Cesar dropping this color bleed on us. Like you can't plan for shit like that.
JB also said, if Tank designed the art, I'll buy a whole lot of them. And Tank said, on it, JB. Oh, shit. We might have a shirt here in the works.
You're
Here's
fucking welcome.
Sarah says that it's the local
You're
high school
welcome.
mascot too. They're the Yellow Jackets.
The Yellow Jackets? All right,
That
Mookie,
makes sense.
he's thinking a Yellow Jacket right now.
You fucking this Yellow Jacket?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I would fuck a Yellow Jacket if that's what it takes to drink this Yellow Jacket beer. This shit's that good. Like I would risk my wiener, man. This shit's on point. I am also glad that I guessed and grabbed the right crowler too, because could not find anywhere on it where it said what it was.
It's literally
written on the side of the can.
Well, yeah, I clearly didn't see that part. So when
Did
Scott
you open
goes,
up the not one that you're supposed to? You did.
no, I didn't. I guessed right. So
okay.
this thing was already starting off on a good foot because I guessed right. So
okay.
it's delivered beyond that. But that's why when you said Yellow Jacket, I looked at my can. I'm like, fuck yeah, nailed it. 1 out of 2, and I got it right. And yeah, I'm glad that's what I looked like.
He was a fucking insect.
Yeah, because I don't want it fucking me. Let's make that clear.
Cesar, the downsides of not living in Ohio is you don't get to take part in this beer. Did you get any beers for tonight? You're on mute again.
Yeah, you hit me over the fucking helicopter. I'm drinking Preamble. Why? Because these stripes don't run, baby.
There you go.
What up, pinche USA? USA! USA! I haven't even opened it yet. Oh, wait.
The stripes don't run.
It's amazing because it's a USA beer.
I don't know, man. Your face doesn't sell it that well.
Fantastic. Gabe said drinking local brew since I'm in Cincy. Burr from Grainworks Brewing Company, banging like LSU got
Your dick, all right.
Yeah, this Yellow Jacket is delicious though. So we told Sarah, like, just ask them whatever they say their best beer is, get us 3 crowlers of those. And then she went ahead and got us additional crowlers of some other stuff that we'll be drinking next week. I'm really excited for that one too. Because we got, like, Scott, you got a stout. I gave you the stout.
All right.
I took a Belgian Strong because it was not safe to let Mookie have a 9.8% crowler on the air, and then Mookie got I think an amber lager. So that's gonna be another good one season once again. Let's see. Sarah said she's drinking Rheingeist Knowledge. That's a good brew. Yeah, definitely this beer is fuckable. I'm fucking the hell out of this beer. Absolutely. Let us know what you guys are drinking, whether or not you would bang your beer.
Caesar fucking his beer because it was American? Is it? Or
That's why
he said it was good because it was American.
What would it?
I don't know. These colors don't bleed.
Or was it you bleed red, white, and blue? Was that what you were going for?
That's what I thought. I thought he was mixing those up. I thought he
yeah.
mixed up the two, but it doesn't seem like that. It does not seem like that's the case. We'll talk soccer in a little bit, but first we got to talk some football. Scott, you finally caught up on Hard Knocks. I finally caught up on Hard Knocks. We got an in-season Hard Knocks.
We got an in-season Hard Knocks that admittedly none of us realized was on until Mike hit us in after the first episode was the second episode was about to air, and Mike was like, "Holy shit, they're on episode 2 of Hard Knocks," and all I responded with was question mark because I had no fucking clue.
We were so amped at the end of the preseason Hard Knocks, like every trailer ended with the Cardinals, and we were like, "I can't wait for this. It's gonna be a shit show. This is gonna be so good."
Fell asleep at the wheel.
Totally forgot it happened. So there are 3 episodes that we need to get through from Scott's Haters Guide. Let's do episode 1 and then sprinkle in the rest of your takes throughout. Because I don't think the audience can handle 3 straight episodes of Haters Guide and you spitting vile at Cliff Kingsbury and the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's get Scott some good music here. Nope, we need to give him this one. There it is. There's the song. All right, Scott. Haters Guide to Hard Knocks.
Mike, I just want to let you know you probably want to get that race card button ready. Have that ready to go. All right, episode 1. Here we go. I really don't want to watch this. This is hate watching at its finest. First shot of this show better not be fucking Cliff, I swear to God. Holy shit, they did something right. And the Cardinals lost. Maybe this won't be so bad. Ha! The first word uttered by anyone not the announcers is fuck. Speaking of Cliff, there's the King Cuck now. There's never been a time to fuck around, but they hired you, Cliff. So fuck around is all the franchise and is intent on doing.
There was an inordinate amount of time spent on Cliff for that first episode. It was
so much.
How much Cliff. And then they're like, I feel like at one point they asked them, does it suck being alone here? Like, that was the question that got edited out that he responded to.
I'll get there. Don't know who Sean Jefferson is, but I'm starting the movement now. Fire Cliff, hire Jefferson. Hit that race card button, Mike.
Wait,
Race card.
hold on, pause the music. What the fuck was he saying to D-Hop in that episode?
No clue. Like I said, that was like, it popped up with associate head coach and was like, oh, okay, who's this guy? Should I know? And then he was just talking. I was like, this guy, what the fuck?
I
Who is
feel
this
like
guy?
that dude ate a 500 milligram edible and then went to coach football and tried to
Yes.
talk to D-Hop about, man, you just don't even know. You don't, like, 20 years from now, you're going to be walking through the airport. They're going to be like, that's D-Hop. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, what the fuck are you telling him? Like, yes, he knows his name is D-Hop, and they've recognized him forever. That was insane.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, Scott. Continue.
No, you're good.
I knew you were going to love it, by the way. I knew it.
Oh, yeah. Well, part of the reason they're 3-5 is you, Nuck. Stop taking steroids, dummy. He made that play against the Raiders, Lee. Let's pump the brakes. I'm not making a single short joke about Kyler during the show. Fuck you, haters, and your short jokes. Eat a dick, and you know who you are, all of you. I blame his shit play on the 92 Snoop braids. Leave that fro out, my guy. That's the much better look. Shut up, Cliff. Go back to Lubbock. Last in the NFC West. Say it louder for the people in the back. Cliff hasn't made anything look cool ever. Don't bother furnishing it now either, Cliff. Your job is gone after the season. Get the realtor on line 1, you douche. And here it is, the moment when I realized that they must have asked that question, but more importantly, my note says, wait, did his girl dump his ass? Because I'm pretty sure that dude's single. He's single as fuck.
Dude, he talked about how it's I come back here and it's dark when I leave and it's dark when I get home, so I don't get to see this mountain. And there was a question that was asked that you don't hear the producer say, but then he responds with, yeah, it's good to come back to, alone. I kind of get with my thoughts. And it's like, dude, this dude is coming back to this house by himself. He is not.
Yes. I was like, that dude's girl left his ass. She was like, look here, Cliff, if you fucking fade in the second half of another season, I'm out. I'm out. The writing's on the wall. The Cardinals aren't going to keep you if you do that shit.
Jason Kyler's trying to get all the camos in Call of Duty.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, what's his rating grade like right now? Like, how's he progressing?
I don't know. They didn't. They have not covered his video gameplay yet.
That's such a letdown.
49ers coaching legends Van Joseph. They're going to look back on the last 4 years and think with Cliff. They're going to think life with Cliff and life after Cliff, too. Let me put on my shocked face on hearing Hopkins read more books during the suspension than ever in his life.
He was suspended for 6 weeks, and he said, I've never read this many books. How many books did he get through? Hey, wait a second. Let's dissect this for a second, because the statement from D-Hop was, during my suspension, I've never read this many books in my entire life.
6 weeks. There's no way he got more than 3 books.
Well,
and one of them was a fucking Bernstein Bears book.
That was my question. How many Dr. Seuss books? Because I'm putting the over under at 4. Like,
dude, those shits are hard sometimes, though. All those tongue twisters and stuff. Come on.
My mom did struggle to read one of them to the kids, like in a couple of weeks back. She was like stumbling over the words because she was like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Jesus, Mom, come on!" It's Dr. Seuss nonsense. You used to be proficient at this.
There is some really dumb shit in Dr. Seuss.
Oh, there is, but you can still read it. Like, it's readable. It's you say it just how it looks. That's the best part.
Yeah,
couldn't you just make it up too on the fly?
You can, but it's got to rhyme.
You got to make sure to rhyme.
Cesar, I don't like how quiet you are this episode. This is you got to figure out your headphone situation. Sorry, Scott. Back to your notes.
It's fucking ridiculous.
And you put the sexy music on. All right. Shout out to Cincinnati. I'm guessing that was AJ Green. Didn't care enough to rewind. Is this that shit that gets you sick in Texas, Cesar? I forget what he said. He said, "This that shit that gets you sick in Texas." Oh yeah, the rain. That's what it was, about the rain.
Yeah,
it started raining.
He said, "Yeah, when you're cold in a cold rain, you get sick in Texas immediately."
Yeah. This son of a bitch didn't have a job before he got drafted. Get the fuck out of here.
Who was that? Was that Buda Baker? They asked that.
I think so. He just said, "This is my first job. My first job was right here in the NFL." And I was like,
it was one of those like social media things that they put out where like the camera's stationed as they're leaving practice, and it's got a prompt that they respond to, and it was, "What was your first job?" And Buda Baker says, "When the Arizona Cardinals drafted me to the NFL." It's like, you mother,
son of a bitch.
Hey man, he had to play. He had to learn football. They don't go to school to learn school. Also, you got to give Chase his shine here before you move on too much further past the D-Hop stuff.
50 Cent gonna make a video challenging D-Hop to read a page in a Harry Potter.
Yes.
Hang on. Luke, appreciate you.
That's fire. That is some shit, Chase. Nicely done.
JB's digging your sweater as well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Colorado's finest, baby. Only the best for the champs.
Continue on with your Hard Knocks note.
Buda gonna lose his stuttering ass voice like Deuce and start crying like Jamal Williams. God damn.
Whoa.
Is that a new Hard Knocks staple? Just
it
have
must
a
be.
player go like on an emotional rant where he almost tears up. It's
Yeah,
like the new
and
Hard-
loses his fucking voice.
I don't know what it's. That's becoming just as Hard Knocks as the opening sequence with the
montage of guys you know are getting cut.
No, the sprinklers going off at the start of.
Oh yeah, the montage.
It's always how
the
the summer one
It's
opens.
the start of a new season. We know. We
Here in
fucking
Indianapolis.
What do you think that guy does with the rest of his life?
It's Liev Schreiber. He's
He's
very
an
famous actor.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Nailed it.
In fairness,
Cesar, where'd you go? Come back, man. I need
in
help.
fairness to Mookie, I didn't know it was Liev Schreiber like through the first couple seasons. It wasn't.
Remember when you called me on it on the show? I learned that on this show. You and Joe like said that because I remember saying it, and you guys are like, "You don't know who fucking Liev Schreiber is?" And I'm like, "Fuck, should I know?" Then I saw a picture of him. I'm like, "Oh, that's fucking him." Oh shit! I thought it was some just old ass man.
Well, you know, good for him though. He's keeping himself busy.
He's got a good register for that. All right, Scott, how many more here we got?
My next note says, "I'm fucking tired of it." Our Father, who art in heaven.
That was a weird transition that they went to there.
Look, coach is just going into it, just laying into him, and then mid-ass reaming, just, "All right, our Father, art in heaven." I was like, what the fuck?
That's every Catholic high school football locker room in the country, by the way. It's just a coach calling you a fucking worthless piece of shit. And then immediately, "All right, get in here. Our Father who art in heaven now."
I mean, he's not wrong.
Queen of Victory, pray for us.
Oh, God.
In the name of NIL.
Oh, God, here comes the fake-ass family bullshit. Buda could practice kicking field goals through his sister's front teeth. God damn!
Ooh, I bet you I can make that kick.
Oh, cool. The owner is a pilot, too. I love rich fuckers who have hobbies like flying his own private jet. Really connects with us viewers.
This man legit said, "Yeah, when I fly from DC to the games on game day, I got to just change in the plane. So I change into my suit, and go right to the stadium." Motherfucker,
Piece of shit. Not headset head. Wait. Oh, not headset head. Just fucking out of touch, rich piece of shit head instead, you twat. Hopkins looking like he walks with a stick up his ass. Buddha's sister's white friend got more rhythm than her. Hit me with that race card again, Mike.
Race card.
The owner is such a football guru. Quote, "I think he's going to have the highest paid guy on the field besides himself." Expert analysis.
I like when they stopped him going into the stadium and they were like, sir, do you have your parking pass? He's like, no. And then you hear the other attendant like, dude, that's the owner. He's like, no, I know. I know. I was just, just welcoming him into town.
Second only to Buddha's sister. Break it down for us. Something good, huh? Expert analysis. Hopkins is trying to win, guys. LOL. From a perfect 10, and we arguing on the sidelines. You love to see it. Dude started the game 10 for 10. Next thing you know, him and Hopkins are arguing.
I was glad that they showed that because I remember that game when Hopkins and Kyler were.
I remember hearing about them get into it, but I never saw it.
It went viral, and to finally see what was said was.
Do I sound better?
Yes.
I mean, it's fine, Cesar.
Sure.
You sound fine. Just roll with it.
Okay, sick.
Okay. Do I sound better? You said 2 words with your face up against the screen. So, yeah, you sound better than that.
All right, sick. I got Samsung headphones.
All right, Scott, go ahead. We're into the game now. We're towards the end of the episode. Oh,
Yeah.
Never mind. The white friend is the best analyst we've got. Race card me one more time, Mike.
God damn it, I keep scrolling.
Race card.
Robbie Anderson.
Writing the drops in.
Yeah, that made it funny. Robbie Anderson. Hell of a pickup, Cliff. Spark 'em up indeed, Buddha. Jesus Christ, these chicks can't even high five correctly. Offensive pass interference and not being called in the NFL. Name a more iconic duo. Oh shit. Expert analysis, white friend. They pounded you indeed, Vance. The boot just pounded you too, Vance. You didn't need to talk about the boot enough, apparently. I wish I could enjoy this loss more, but fuck Seattle too. Robbie Anderson. Oh, wait, hold on. Damn thing scrolled on mine, so I'm old man and shit. There we go. Robbie Anderson's hair is so fucking ridiculous. I'd cut him just for that dumb shit. HBO knew they struck gold with Buddha's sister. She's one of the most annoying family members since, well, last season, because there are always at least one. But goddamn those teeth!
In her defense, she's only a high school kid. Like, they were talking about how she's going.
She's 18.
Budabaker's been in the league for how long? Like, they can afford some orthodontia.
Yeah, her teeth are fucked.
It's pretty jacked. That's a good first episode recap there, Scott. That was well done.
Like I said, I'll drop in with other ones.
Yeah, sprinkle in episode 2 and 3 while we get into some talk, because I got to talk about the Commanders. They had a week, guys.
Oh my God.
First off, we got to talk about Brian Robinson and his big ass hat.
Dude,
Cesar smiles. Cesar, you were the one I wanted to talk to about this, because I didn't know if I was just old man, like, what the fuck are these kids doing nowadays wearing big ass hats, or if I'm like if I'm on the right side here. What did you think, Cesar, when you saw Brian Robinson's gigantic hat?
It's not the first time I've seen a big hat like that. I've seen it before. I don't know who. Oh, I know who has one. Okay, so my friend.
I want one. Trivia. I'm not gonna lie.
I watch trivia, and there's a specific show I watch on YouTube, and one of the main, what the fuck are they called? Like heels and baby, or like one of the baby faces of the show. He had a big ass hat like that. So I've seen it before, but I think it's sick. It's hilarious.
Well, apparently these guys were on Shark Tank. Yeah, he does look like Pablo Sanchez. Apparently, this company was on Shark Tank, and they actually got a decent stake. One of the sharks bought into their company.
Fire, dumpster fire.
Oh, you're going fire, dumpster fire.
Oh boy.
Let's put it on the line here, folks. Fire, dumpster fire.
Yeah,
because I'm going straight fire. I want one of these big ass fucking hats.
Scott goes fire on the big ass hat. Mookie fire, dumpster fire.
Oh God, hold on. Before that, Chase apparently did not realize that these hats were like a real thing. He says, in all caps, "I saw that picture and thought it was photoshopped, but you're telling me it's real?" Question mark, exclamation point, question mark. Yes, this is real. There is footage of him walking around the locker room with it on. I need to know if it
exists. The hats start at $75, and then they customize it from there for you. Like this was a customized Washington Commanders hat that they made specifically.
What I want to know is there foam in this area?
That's what I don't know. Is it like
I need more information.
It is foam. Okay, but is it like
foam?
Look at Chase immediately followed up with "I need one immediately."
Yep. This is fire. All the way fire.
Hank says it's nice to see them making hats for Barry Bonds.
Okay, as someone else who has a big ass head, let us live.
Let us live.
Matt Barr says,
"Yes,
fire." I am going fire on this as well.
Yes,
fire, dumpster fire.
It's hard as fuck. It's like matching and everything.
Dude, I would headbutt everyone.
I would rock the shit out of a Braves one.
Here's the thing, though, guys. I want to know who wore it better. So Brian Robinson and his big hat. Who wore it better?
Pharrell.
Brian Robinson and this big hat, or Pharrell when he wore the Arby's hat? Who wore the big hat
knew
better?
that it was going to be Pharrell.
It's Brian Robinson. He got shot.
What the fuck?
Well,
Damn!
hard to follow that one up.
There's no decision.
I was gonna say Pharrell because ain't no one gonna out-fashion Pharrell.
Yeah, you can outlive him.
Well, and then you follow that up with he got shot, and you're absolutely right. Like,
Thanks saying, imagine being high and walking into a bar.
oh my god.
It's not who wore it better. I mean, I think they both look good in their own hats. Like, I think Pharrell's fucking head would look ridiculous in that Washington Redskins hat, just like I think Robinson would look ridiculous.
The Washington what hat?
Oh shit!
Yeah, son of a bitch.
That's
funny because I called that out in my own notes for this week's episode.
Hey guys, we can get a bulk order of these hats if we want to CBS it up.
Oh, we could do fucking CBS big.
Just make mine orange.
No, motherfucker, they don't make them burnt orange. It's yellow and black.
Here's the problem. I think we would only be able to pick one color for the bulk order. I'm down with orange, though, by the way. Like,
I can't wear anything orange. Are you kidding me? With this complexion, I can't wear orange. Guys, who wore it better, Brian Robinson or Norm Macdonald as Turd Ferguson with the big hat? The big hat, get it? It's a big hat. Who wore it better?
At Texas games. It's like the big ass orange one with the longhorn on the side.
I don't know. I gotta go Turd here.
Turd Ferguson.
Dude, is there storage in the hat?
I don't no, probably not. I kind of envision this.
That's a missed opportunity.
I mean, it sounds like you're on the website. It sounds like you would be able to see. I envision this as like
they don't have a
mascot thing where it's like a construction helmet and then everything's built.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I believe it's got to be something that like fits to your head, and then the rest of the hat comes off of it.
Well, yeah, there's a center
link, and then
no, for sure. But I'm just saying, like that's the only way to keep it on your head.
Everybody's very excited that I pulled out a Turd Ferguson and Chase at the line. That's not my name. Biscuit's saying this is no worse than wearing a piece of cheese on your head. Fuck Green Bay.
That's true.
I kind of wish I had a cheese head too, man. I just want to.
I would actually rather wear a big hat than a big fucking piece of cheese.
Guys, who wore it better, Brian Robinson and his big hat? Or
Dark helmet,
dark helmet,
baby, dark helmet. Yes,
yes. It's Spaceballs.
It's Rick Moranis, baby.
Now,
Rick
first
Moranis
of all,
dialing it on this one.
Caesar needs to get some credit for knowing that's Spaceballs.
Did know Spaceballs. That's very impressive.
Because Spaceballs is about the same era as Rodney Dangerfield, eh?
I don't know who Rodney Dangerfield is.
Yeah, but that's my point. You didn't know the one, but you knew this one. Second of all, pretty sure that Dark Helmet died in that. So I
remember. I thought you were
that guy's dead.
No.
Oh,
this reminded me of. Remember when they tried out in the minor leagues those hats that had the fucking like plates in it in case it came back, and they were just gigantic as fuck. And they're like, "Well, this is a prototype. They won't look like that eventually." But have we seen those fucking things ever since?
They never brought those out again. That was it.
Those big giant fucking hats that they tried to wear, and it was just like, what?
Dude, it's like all the hats we had in Little League that were just like
too big for your fucking head.
The brim that just immediately bent into a V every time you tried to roll it, and then it was just foam that went up 6 feet tall. But I wanted
way up.
I'm telling you, click the link, Mike, and show off the pictures. You can see there's just like a big ring of foam.
Look,
I know why you looked at the first picture, motherfucker.
So, but hold on. This is what I'm saying. We get one of these motherfuckers, and again, I don't know, Cesar, Texas, you can't get booze in this stadium, right?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, all right. Well,
It was the first one to do it, actually.
solid. We can't do that in Notre Dame. So what we do is we get one of them hats, we cut some slits in it, you just shove a bunch of shots of Fireball up in there, maybe a doobie or two, and like you're good to go.
guys,
A doobie at a church.
A doobie. Can you imagine?
It's next to the church, Cesar. Okay.
Imagine going to a game and you sit down in your seat, you pay
On the guy in front of you.
and the guy in
Big ass hat.
sits down with that big ass hat. Like, I'm looking at their website and a bunch of their pictures are people like at games. I would be fucking furious if somebody sat down in front of me with that big ass hat.
You knew it'd be a goddamn Mets fan. You know it'd be a fucking Mets fan.
Until
you goddamn
reaches
know it would be an obnoxious ass
Wait.
Mets fan.
I
Gets
think
a
that's
Fireball
what it
shot and hands it to you. I'm telling you, man. Tailgate hat. Big tailgate hat.
His hat is only slightly smaller than the padded helmets they wear in practice.
Yeah.
Biscuit said, make that hat yellow and you can update Curious George. The hell is that sound, Caesar? Caesar's having a night, man. My man is struggling. Who struggled more, Cesar tonight or the Washington Commanders with their Sean Taylor Memorial?
Oh my God.
In case you missed this, there was a big thing for the Commanders. They were announcing this Sean Taylor Memorial. They reveal it so they had Sean Taylor's family pull the drape off of the display, and that's what was there. Just a mannequin from Foot Locker with the helmet and the jersey and the pants. What's amazing is everything is a different brand. It's like they've got Nike uniform with
Reebok pants
and Adidas socks. Like they've got all the brands mixed and matched.
What's interesting is they still have the Washington racist logo on it. I was curious what they were going to do there, but clearly they went retro, I guess.
Well, no, that's the Redskins logo on the helmet.
You're not going to put Sean
the helmet he never wore.
Right, you can't have him in a Commander's helmet. But yeah,
they could have. You know what they could have done?
Could have. It would have been better than this shit.
They could have put him in the helmet with the spear. He was there for the spear. Spear helmet ears. Yeah.
This is look, Dan Snyder has done some really awful things, and the commies have done some terrible things. Caesar's yelling and we can't even hear him now. This fucking kid tonight. They've done some terrible things and made some horrible mistakes and screwed up a lot. This is absolutely awful. Even Jackson Mahomes wouldn't want to dance next to this thing. That's how bad this mannequin is.
I'm not making any Call of Duty jokes during this run either. That shit is played out. Fuck your low-hanging fruit.
I don't get it.
It's a Hard Knocks. He's sprinkling a Hard Knocks takes. That's in episode 2. He's not mentioning Call of Duty. Low hanging fruit, Mookie. Mookie, what'd you think when you saw this mannequin revealed?
I mean, it's not. He deserves better, first of all.
Hold on. If we're doing comparisons, though, on the like who did it worse? Was it this or was it that fucking what's his name statue? The
Ronaldo statue.
Yeah, the Ronaldo statue. Who did it worse?
No, see,
because I mean, this doesn't have a face. That one did. I mean,
but at least with that statue, they tried. Like,
no, they did.
Did they really try?
Yo, they did, because what happened was there too is I bet you the dude started off trying to make Ronaldo's face and everything, and he fucked up a little bit here. So he's like, all right, well, maybe if I can change this around.
It's like a little kid doing it.
Yeah, he just kept trying to fix it, and he stands back. He's like, I'm out of time. This is what we have to roll with. Shit.
It's like what was the show where somebody rubbed up against the Mona Lisa and then they tried to like draw it back in. Tried to repaint it, but then like fuck that. I think it was an episode of Simpsons. Like tried to repaint it and instead like it just drew it by hand back in, and it just it was real fucking obvious. Come on, dude. Come on. That's
terrible.
Could you imagine if they revealed a statue that looked like that of Sean Taylor? It would be fucking racist. If they were like, here's Sean Taylor, and it was just this fucked up, really messed up facial statue.
Dude, see, like the ancient Greeks had it right. They're like, we're just gonna make all this shit massive because that gives us a lot of room for error, Mr. Bean, God, how did they make so many? Okay, and Caesar's gone.
I think Cesar.
Well, he's listening in. Yeah, Matt Barr said that the monument or the thing for Sean Taylor is the spare parts they had in storage after they washed the pooped water off of it. What a terrible organization all around.
And they call it a tribute. Come on.
See, that's the thing is I'm not surprised at all.
They didn't take any effort.
Why can't you you're selling the team? Just you don't.
That's what I'm saying. Why?
Let the people who actually give a shit do something like this and do it the right way. Spend money, get a statue, honor the man the right way, not with this.
You know what they should, and you know what the statue should fucking be? The statue should be of him laying out Brian Moorman on the fucking program. If Brian Moorman just flying off of his feet, suspended in midair, and Sean Taylor just forearm shiver out. Now that would honor the legacy of fucking Sean Taylor.
Biscuit saying it looks like a ghost wearing a uniform. In a way, it kind of is.
It looks like fucking Westworld. Like it's the wires of the fucking Westworld robots, for God's sakes.
Matt saying the first thing Jay-Z is doing is building a 40-foot statue outside the stadium. And Chase with the correct take. This is exactly what's happening. They're exploiting his name and memory for money. They don't give a shit about Taylor.
That's what I was going to say.
Very apparent.
There's no one at that organization that gives a shit about anything, period. So there's nobody there to do that. This was probably Steve the intern sitting there going, well, Dan Snyder can't grope me, so I'm not getting promoted. Fuck it. Just grab some shit and put it in a case. We're done.
Oh, man, awful. I want to talk college football because we do have some rankings. The top four is getting clear. We only have one more week of the season left before the playoffs are set. Michigan fans are still coming in their pants after this weekend, and they have checked in with the playoff rankings at number 2 behind Georgia with TCU and USC.
They were 3.
No, they're number 2. TCU's 3. USC is 4. So I want to go through crazy chaos scenarios with you guys because, Scott, your 2 favorite picks for the college football playoffs are sitting at 5 and 6 right now. The committee put them right on the doorstep just in case things got a little crazy this weekend.
You always want a backup plan.
This is fucking mattress dude in Houston. This is fucking yeah. This is that motherfucker. This is the committee hedging its bets. They're like, look, we're gonna give them USC and TCU in there, but when they fuck up, we got the Final Four they always wanted, baby. All right.
So yes, so let's talk chaos options here. So obviously, if TCU and USC both lose this weekend, then more than likely we've got Ohio State and Alabama jumping up to 3 and 4, and we're gonna have Georgia, Michigan, Alabama, Ohio State, just like everybody expected at the beginning of the year, right? So that's not really a chaos scenario, but the chaos scenario is what happens when only TCU or USC loses, and now they can only pick Ohio State or Bama. Who do they go with? What's the line here? Because listen, Bama's got 2 losses. But they got Nick Saban, and Ohio State has 1 loss, but
they got all the money of all these.
What does the committee do with that 1 spot? Who do they piss off? Do they piss off Saban because they're figuring he's going to die here soon anyway? So let's just put in Ohio State because we got more mileage out of Ryan Day rather than old Saban over here getting kicked in the face and bleeding all over the sidelines. His days are numbered. Let's not. He's had his day in the sun.
No.
If you kicked in the face.
If you think that the conspiracy is that there's an SEC bias. You ain't seen nothing like when they put a 2-loss Alabama in that motherfucking Final Four and don't blink or think twice about it. You goddamn right they're going Bama in that scenario, and I cannot wait. Ohio State fans are gonna lose their fucking minds. Oh God, this is what I want. This is what I want. I want this to happen now. I want this to happen now. I need this to be what happens. Please let this happen.
Do you think there's any chance Clemson jumps up? Because Clemson's at 9.
No.
But Clemson would be
Clemson's new money. They don't give a shit.
Clemson would be 11,
not even that.
ACC champion.
They don't care.
Clemson lost to a bad Notre Dame team, Mike.
SEC.
And you know
Clemson lost to a bad Notre Dame team. Why should they be rewarded?
But Ohio State beat a really good Notre Dame team.
A really good Notre Dame team.
They do deserve some consideration for that.
And hell, here's USC might win the Pac-12, and there's still an out for them because they're like, it was too close against a mediocre Notre Dame team.
We're rolling Tide for the next 2 weeks, baby.
We should take the Tide.
Barry said they did my Vols dirty as fuck.
No. See, I can't say it for that.
3 spots. They moved them up.
No. Who cares? Their quarterback's done. The Vol season.
This GM looks like the guy who tells you he can't fix your furnace today because he doesn't have the parts, but he can come back in a week and overcharge you when he does.
So, like, basically every repair.
I remember that dude from the last time Hard Knocks was in Arizona.
Yes.
I was like, this guy's still here. Good for him. Dude just looks like old fat white guys.
Yes, Sarah.
The balls are dirty.
Hold on.
JB pointing out the best part is now OSU's best shot is telling the committee how decent of a loss the Michigan game was because of how good Michigan really is. Sweet, sweet irony. JB, I said the same thing before the show. We were talking about it before the show, and I said it is amazing that now Ohio State fans have to look at Notre Dame after years of being like, Notre Dame's irrelevant. Notre Dame sucks. Whoa, Notre Dame, they're no good. They're never any good. You just play service academies, blah, blah, blah. And now they have to look at the committee and go, we beat Notre Dame. They're pretty good. Like, that's a good win right there on our resume.
Up-and-coming program, you know?
So it is kind of funny to see Ohio State do
they got to eat shit, and they're still going to lose out to Alabama.
Let's go crazy chaos here, Scott.
This is the only chaos that matters.
Let's say Purdue upsets Michigan in the Big Ten championship.
I will shave my eyebrows on air.
We are 46 minutes and 27 seconds.
Yep.
Mark. Got it. Okay, thank you. Just
welcome.
Get that saved just in case. Because look, this football season's been fucking weird.
Look, dude, if they do,
when Purdue, when I get the notification on my phone that Purdue is pulling an upset with 7.5 minutes left in the game, that's when I'm gonna tune in because it's gonna be on and popping. Like, come on, this is for all of Mookie's eyebrows, baby.
Did you already tweet this out? Because I just got a notification from CBS Sports that says breaking news. Oh wait, it's the real CB. Oh, that's bullshit.
JV says Michigan still makes it. You think Michigan still makes it if they lose in the Big Ten championship? It's Purdue, man. Like,
dude, Purdue's so bad.
They're not good.
They got Brock Osweiler as their coach, man. They're no good.
They got no problem fucking Michigan for Ohio State. They will do it in a heartbeat. So if Michigan loses, they're out. I'm telling you, they're fucking done. Michigan has got to win this game. I don't care if they win it on a last-second field goal, but they better win.
So you're saying if Michigan loses,
I don't even know
if Michigan loses, Ohio State's taking their spot.
Okay, what if Michigan, TCU, and USC all lose? Does Michigan still make it in as a 4, and they just move Ohio State and Bama up to 2 and 3? Okay.
Yes.
If USC and Michigan lose, I'll glue my pubes on my eyebrows, which will now be bald.
4801.
Uh-huh.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. USC and Michigan. Here we go.
How awesome would that be? Because here's the secret, too, because I'm going to hedge my bets and I'm going to put money on this to happen. So even if it goes still around, I'm like, it's fine. I got 14 grand.
Nah, is 14 grand really worth you having to glue pubes to your face live on air? Like,
let me be honest here. I might do that for like $100.
Can we get a collection going in the group here? We only need $100. That's less than 50 cents from everybody in the group. And
dude, we'll get people who will throw down 100 on their own. Like, what
you
are you
know
talking
what?
about?
How much do you think that German dude would need to do it?
Nothing.
Dude, that still terrifies me. That was such a weird night. I had no idea what was going to happen. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about this. Let's do Wise Guys real quick, since we are talking about ratings and where everything's at. Only 6 teams available, Scott, on DraftKings currently. There were only 6 teams that you can bet futures on. Guess who's there?
Bama's back, baby.
Hanging out there at number 6.
Insane.
Alabama plus 2,500.
Dude, they were plus 20 grand was it 2 weeks ago?
They had them off the board last week. You couldn't even bet on them. Number 5 in the rankings. This is where the betting gets a little interesting. Number 5, USC plus 1,200. So USC, who is currently 4th in the college football playoff, are plus 1,200 to win it. Number 4 in the rankings is TCU, also at plus 1,200. I kept them in because of USC. I don't want to see their face in this. Not there at number 5. Number 3, also at plus 1,200 odds to win the national title. Ohio State, they're hanging in despite the loss to Michigan. They have
the 3rd best odds. You know that means they're getting in. They're getting in.
Odds as TCU and USC. The exact same.
This means one of 2 things. That Vegas believes the same thing that we believe, and that the committee will get them in no matter what it takes. Like, no matter what the reasons are next week, they're getting them in no matter what, and that gives them a pretty good shot to win it because they're in it. Or that these teams are going to lose and they're going to get there because they didn't fucking play a game, and that's what's going to happen. Like, Vegas believes one of the 2 things.
But Vegas thinks Ohio State has the inside track over Bama because Bama's plus 1,200. So the fact that they think Ohio State gets that spot instead of Bama if one were to open up.
I mean,
I'm going against Vegas on this one, and I'm winning, baby. They're not. The SEC conspiracy is alive and well.
It's not that shocking, though. You think about it, right? You just need one team out of TCU, USC, and Michigan potentially blow their conference title game. That's all it's got to happen. Ohio State's in there.
USC is going to lose to Utah for the 2nd time this year. That's what's going to fucking happen. You can most guarantee that shit.
I'd be okay with that. Number 2, of course, Michigan. Their odds jump up to plus 290. The committee's feeling really good about them here in Vegas. And then number 1, still Georgia. Their odds, they add on some more favors, minus 160.
JB wants to know who Wise Guy is.
Wise Guy. I saw that, but figured he was trying to troll us.
Hey.
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
Got it.
I mean, you're Capicola here.
Mookie, tell them who the Wise Guys are, Mookie. Give them
Motherfucker. What?
You motherfucker, you.
Is that guy right there at the end?
That's right at the end. Mookie, do that for me. Give me a Wise Guys accent.
Hey, you motherfucker, you.
That's much better than you normally do.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I was like, as soon as you went full screen on them, I was like, oh god, what are we gonna get?
Yeah.
Normally it's that it's me, Mario. Hey, I'm a Wise Guy.
No, I've already shoved my foot in my mouth racially once tonight. I don't want to do it again.
Move this man.
That's
I know.
an undeserved boo.
It just felt like it fit.
I'm
still feeling bad about earlier, Cesar. I'm sorry, dude. And he leaves the show.
He's gone again. Guys, okay, so here's Mookie. We do this every week, and I know you get very confused by it, but everything's starting to...
Well, it's closer now. It's closer. This could happen.
This is one that could happen. Cesar, you look so disappointed tonight and so upset.
Yeah.
We can't hear you. No audio coming.
I would have thought you'd be super stoked though, because I hear OBJ is in Dallas Fort Worth area.
I heard he didn't get on the plane.
Reason to celebrate?
I heard he got kicked off the plane.
Oh yeah, he may not be there yet, but he's got his way eventually.
If the 12-team playoff was Cesar's got both of his cameras on, the fuck is happening with you, man?
I'm pretty sure he just chucked his phone though, dude.
Yeah, he did.
I hope you have insurance.
I don't know which one I'm kicking off this stream. Let's kick. I don't know which one. There
you should have kicked Scott off. That'd been funny.
All right, here's the 12-team playoff. If it were to end right now, confuses Mookie every single week, but we all get your picture here. So if the 12-team playoff was in effect, this is what we'd have: Georgia number 1, Michigan number 2, TCU at number 3, USC at number 4. The same top 4 that we currently have. Here's where things get
wave.
Ohio State.
Hey, there he is.
Ohio State sitting at 5, Alabama sitting at 6, Tennessee at 7, Penn State at 8, Clemson getting in at number 9, Kansas State coming in at the 10 seed. The Utes get the 11 seed, and then Cesar's Tulane Green Wave with the 12 seed. Scott, I'm looking at this playoff bracket, how it's shaped up right here. No changes. Let's say everything goes through exactly as it happens on championship weekend. Clemson may move up a little bit, but not too far. I see the perfect scenario for Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, and Alabama reaching the Final Four.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's right there. Like it's right there. Like you don't have to look far at all. It's right there in front of you.
Perfectly for it. Like,
this is exactly how it would happen.
For them to reach.
Yeah. The only way they wouldn't all make the Final Four is if they were somehow bracketed against one another. That's it. That's the only thing stopping them from getting there. And they're not. So here we are. This is how it would fall.
Mookie, are you against playoff expansion now, seeing this?
Well, no, this is just stupid because there's no way it's going to end up like this because SC and Utah are going to play each other, right? And someone else is going to play that team over there. Like,
so you're right. Utah's going to get knocked out of their
11th
seed. So
yeah.
So then Penn will have an easier route.
I
love this though. Honestly, like this would be fantastic. No, well, actually, no. Let me
Don't get me wrong. I would love to watch these games play out. Like I would love to see this happen. But the funniest thing is, in the end, it would still end up at the 4 you expect.
Who cares though? That's more games to bet on. The question I have is, do you still have conference?
There's not enough during bowl season to bet on. There's literally games every day starting like December 5th.
But that's different. Bowl season, it's hard. Kids are like, fuck it. I'm trying to go to the league, or I'm just out here to chase tail for the weekend. Like it's a lot harder to find easy points in bowl season. But would you still play the conference championship games and then do the 12 teams?
Yes, that's how it's.
Yes.
It's the top 4.
But this isn't how it's going to finish then.
Yeah, most likely is. Unless TCU and SC get upset. Most likely this is how it's all going to shake out. Clemson has the chance to move up a little bit after their win in the ACC championship, but I don't see him getting much higher than 7.
So if TCU beats K-State, you still think K-State's at 10?
No, who gives a shit about who's the 10th seed or 11th seed?
Well,
they're going to lose anyway.
Who cares about this made-up fake bracket? Because that's not how it's going to finish.
Okay.
But the ones that matter, like, are going.
No, it's fine. Next week we will have the official what the 12-team playoff would look like. Mookie has failed to grasp this concept for the last 4 weeks we've done this. It's what would happen if it ended right now. But yes, we will wait until next week to give you the official. If there was a 12-team playoff, this is what it would be. Okay?
I just don't understand why we're wasting all this time talking in hypotheticals when this isn't how the team's going to be ranked at the end of the regular season.
Can you imagine being motivated by Colt McCoy in the huddle? Dude sounds like he's begging you to believe in him no matter what he says.
Colt.
Let's lump that in with good call, Colt. You should always think about protection. Wrap it up. Wait, what?
Shout out to Colt, though, for knowing his place. He's like, yeah, I've been everywhere. Like, I suck. I'm a second-string quarterback. I know what I am. I'm just here just in case the guy gets hurt. It's fine. I'm here to collect my paycheck and go on. Cesar, why do you keep joining the stream and leaving the stream? What is happening?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh my God, thank fucking God. I switched from my fucking piece of shit laptop to my fucking phone and these AirPods that aren't worth the fucking fuck. and then the iPad has the camera on the side. And then I moved to my iPad because it finally fucking charged. Want to fucking kill myself.
Well, don't do that. But if you
No,
ever
not
feel
fucking
that
yet.
way, you can call 988 and seek help. There's always people there all across America. They raised a lot of awareness for it. Please, if you're not feeling
Across
great,
the country,
get help.
Drew. We've had Joe on the show every week for the last 6 months, and we plugged all across the country, and you just said all across America.
Yeah, because I like
These
it better.
colors, these
It's a
colors
better
bleed,
name.
Drew. Ed from Part of the Punctuation said, "Hi, Mike. Hi, Scott. Hi, Mookie." And then he also added F Tulane.
Well, fuck you, brother.
Also, does he understand that looks like a dick?
It's a punctuation mark, dude.
Yeah, but it looks like a
always
penis,
part in the
man.
punctuation. You're rude, Mookie. Why are you so rude to the comment section?
You know what? No, you know what that is?
Shameless,
That looks like Pulisic's dick because he's only got one nut anymore.
No, because it's fucking massive.
Maybe, yeah, it's because it's swollen as hell too. Because the one that exploded didn't absorb all that impact, man.
Tank pointing out that him and I are recording a bowl special of What You Into this Sunday, so look for that drop and go subscribe to What You Into. Since I wasn't able to be on the last episode when Scott and Drew were on, Tank's
But me and Scott won't be there
episode.
Sunday, so don't listen. It's gonna be stupid.
Hit him with the schoolyard fucking defense. Yeah, well, this is gonna be stupid.
Wait, here.
I was gonna say you're not invited to my birthday party. Remember when that was like the worst thing you could say to someone?
Yeah,
Like, that
seriously.
was the scorched earth
Killed
argument
somebody.
ender.
There, that's just a brutal
It was
one.
the schoolyard fucking mic drop.
Uh,
Fuck up, or you're not invited to my birthday party, Nick.
Tank saying
Yeah.
Mookie, name 3 bowl games that aren't the Fiesta, Sugar, Rose, or Orange. I feel like this degenerate gambler at least knows 3.
Yeah,
3
so
bowl games, Mookie.
Liberty Bowl. I believe the Champs Sports Bowl is still around. The Belk Bowl, but my
I can name a
favorite,
whole fucking 20 of them.
one of my recent favorites, the Duke
Cotton
Mayo
Bowl.
Bowl. And at a minimum, I'm always gonna call out my Motor City Bowl back up there in Detroit, Michigan.
Little Caesars Bowl.
Oh, shit, they switched it? Oh, that sucks.
They don't do the Gasparilla Motors Bowl anymore. Is it still Gasparilla though? I didn't think Gasparilla was the sponsor anymore.
Actually, my new favorite is now the Bad Boy Mowers Battle for Atlantis college basketball tournament.
Yeah, that one's crazy too.
Yeah.
I can name like 30 in like 45 seconds, 40 seconds.
So why are you waiting?
Easily.
Let's hear it.
All right, hang on, wait a second. We're gonna get the timer up. Give me 1 second. Let me get a timer up. We're gonna go 45 seconds on the clock, and Cesar is gonna name as many bowls as he can in 45 seconds. Give me 1 second here. All right.
And if you get more than 30, we're not going to be able to count because we only have 6 hands. So
All right.
Each one of you has 10.
that's what I'm saying.
I
There's
can't
3 of
count
us.
I can't count on manning the clock. On your mark,
Okay.
get set, go.
The National Championship, the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, the Cotton Bowl. I already fucking lost. The Fiesta Bowl, the fucking goddamn 47, the Texas Bowl, the Holiday Bowl, the New Orleans Bowl, the Champs Bowl isn't a thing anymore. The fucking I already lost. Yeah, I lost.
Wait a minute.
20 seconds in, he gave up.
What are you?
20 seconds.
Is what you're saying is that the moment got to you?
The moment got to
Because I know what that
I
feels like,
got
man.
dozen brain.
This black rookie is rocking a Kiss tee. I already like him. Hit that race card again, Mike.
Race card.
It's weird.
Now that God damn it. I know all of them now.
Oh, wait a minute, guys. What about when you have to, release some pressure bowl?
The shit bowl?
Nah, it didn't work out right. Like you jizz in the bowl, remember? Because there's just bowls everywhere. Yeah.
Fool this man!
You
Like,
should
do I
have
still
called
have
it
like
the
10
Jizz
seconds?
Bowl.
Do I have like 10
Jizz
seconds?
Bowl.
Yeah, like
The
there's
Alamo
right there in
Bowl,
a fucking
The
tee.
Texas Bowl,
Is the Jimmy?
favorite is the Beefo
Oh,
Break.
the
that's
Jimmy
salad
Kimmel
one.
Bowl.
Yeah. That's for real? That's a real bowl?
Yeah, the Barstool Bowl. It's in Arizona.
How much money do you have to have your own bowl game?
Not a lot.
We have. It's way more than we have.
Well, yeah, I understand that, Mike. But I'm like, do we need to rob a
Could you
credit
imagine
union,
the
a
Kraft
regional
Roots
bank,
Sports
or like
Bowl?
the Fed?
Dude,
No,
but
I
that's
said the
the crazy
Chance
thing.
Bowl.
Like they're coming up with like these sponsorships that the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl, the Barstool Bowl,
they don't care.
The sponsorships are just ridiculous. I do want to research now how much it costs to buy a bowl.
All right, you look at that. I'm pulling up the
500K to
whole
be a title
list.
And name
sponsor.
it the Jizz Bowl.
Just bowl.
The Kraft Roots Sports Jizz Bowl.
The fucking Cheez-It Bowl. Dude, I could have done so much better than that.
Guys, not as crazy as I thought. Sponsorships range from as low as $500,000 to as much as $20 million or more. Now, listen, we're not the $20 million range, but we could get a good December 13th noon bowl for $500,000. That's
Action.
terrible.
Dude,
Well,
I'm
wait,
telling
didn't
you,
Tank just
Kraft
raise a bunch of
Roots-
money?
The Jizz Bowl presented by Kraft Root Sports.
What
we
am I
want
having to
Brett.
do there?
We want Brett Musburger on the call.
What am I doing
Googling all
at
the
that game?
girls in the
I want to
stands.
know what I'm doing at that game. What are you telling me to do at that game?
You're down on the field, Cesar. You're down on the field.
No,
By
Cesar.
the way,
What,
this is the second time somebody in this episode has pointed out that Mookie looks like Malibu's most wanted.
What the fuck is that?
Oh God.
Ryan
Oh,
McCarthy.
wow.
Yes, there was once a bowl called the Salad Bowl, and it
Yes.
was won by the Xavier
the
Musketeers.
Xavier
Yeah.
Musketeers?
The
That's right.
precursor to the Fiesta
The
Bowl.
Salad
baby.
Bowl.
The Salad Bowl. It became the Fiesta Bowl. It was the precursor of the Fiesta Bowl, and the Xavier Musketeers won it back in the 50s. That's goddamn right.
I thought they didn't have football.
What that?
I thought they didn't have football.
Not since 1979. That was the last year they had football, and also might be bringing it back. Do you think someone would let Ye name a bowl about?
The Jew Bowl.
Race card.
Is that right? Is that one of those, or is it more of like?
Move this man!
No,
Booing
Tank,
me for what?
Not you.
no, Tank gets a laugh for that one.
Oh, okay, so more of a.
It
It still
says
looks
the
like a dad
Skyline Chili Bowl. I'd be on board with
I'd
the
go-
Skyline
At that
Chili.
point, it'd be I take a shit bowl too.
That just looks like a game cast.
That's a solid fucking reference, bro.
Scott, what'd you make of all these college football coaching changes over the weekend? Because it's been crazy. You jinxed it, by the way. You put the heck when David Shaw stepped down at Stanford after you forgot he was coaching at Stanford.
I did. Yeah, like that happened this season. I got a black coach fired. Like I failed.
God, Scott.
Fucked up.
Damn it.
David Shaw steps down at Stanford. Hugh Freeze is back coaching.
That was
Auburn.
such a quick off job.
Escort calling, hospital bed coaching Hugh Freeze made his way back to the goddamn SEC. What the fuck are we doing? What are
That's
we
so
doing?
much money.
It's classic,
That's so
man.
much money.
Ugh, it's just.
Caesar, your Tulane Green Wave. I wouldn't count on them doing much in the New
Georgia
Year.
Tech Yellow Jackets, baby.
Yeah, the New Year's Six Bowl is probably going to go
Buzz, buzz,
poorly
Steve.
for them because really.
Is that seriously their thing?
I don't know. I just made it up.
I fucking like that one. Put that shit on your shirt too. Tank, get your ass and get working. He's got stuff to do. Mike, you might not be able to do the show Sunday because he's gonna be busy.
you're just.
We need to book him for like a 4-hour working session with Cesar to just crank out these shirt designs.
Lacetus. I want to meet a white Lacetus someday. Yep. Race guard.
Isn't that a flower?
Race card.
It's two of them now.
Race card.
Just the name of one of the players on the Cardinals. His name is Lacetus.
Isn't that Zigachurius from the Falcons?
Yeah, kind of, I guess.
Speaking of which, what's up with Marcus Mariota, man? Wasn't he supposed to be good?
No.
I know.
Well, I'm looking at Cesar here because
Supposed to be good.
he was
What is
on that bandwagon.
doing, Caesar? What is happening right there?
He's
I don't
doing that.
know.
I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say. You
Yeah,
never
yeah,
you never
yeah,
seen
like-
the give? Like,
I don't know, bro.
that's why he started doing it as soon as you said Mariota.
Wait a minute, Cesar, is that your version of Pass.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, it is. It's just like, fuck, that's my dog, and my dog isn't a dog anymore. He's just a guy.
All right, actually, let me ask you this question. I was hearing this on the radio, and they were ranking the best players under 25, and they're having a debate about quarterbacks.
If number one's not Micah Parsons and number two's not Justin Herbert, I'm not gonna hear it.
So number one is Micah Parsons, but if you had to pick and rank the quarterbacks in order, sip, chug, drain, pour, Herbert, Tua, Hurts.
I think in
You know who Michael Parsons isn't better than? Patrick Willis.
Bro, he's better than Lawrence Taylor.
Come on. Come on.
Move this man.
Cesar, I hope you sleep with your eyes open tonight because LT coming for you.
Yeah,
He is
Koki fucking does. I wouldn't doubt it.
bad man.
Who else was on this list, Drew? Where was Jamar? Jamar had to be up there.
Jamar was 3. Jettas was 2.
Oh, they were only talking about the quarterbacks. I didn't hear all these other people.
I didn't see one, and I didn't know where Justin.
Micah Parsons was one.
We've got a sip, chug, drain, pour on the floor here, gentlemen. So who was it again? Mookie Herbert.
I'll lead it off. I would sip Jalen Hurts. I would chug
Wait, what were the
Justin
three?
Herbert.
What were the three?
Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts.
And then I would drain pour Tua. I would pour drain Tua.
All right, Hurts, Herbert, and Tua. Scott,
Yep.
sip, chug, drain, pour.
Wait, Herbert, Tua, and who was the first one? Oh, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
I'm going to drain pour Tua
Pour drain
Tua.
Nice.
I'm going to sip on Herbert, and I'm chugging Jalen.
Cesar, you're nodding emphatically to that. You agree?
I am sipping the shit out of Justin Pause. That's my guy. That's my guy. And then I am chugging Tua. And then I am
You're
draining
more than Jalen.
All right, I am
Fucking
going.
racist,
for
bro.
the Eagles.
I am going to sip. I'm going to sip Jalen Hurts. I'm going to chug Tua, and I am
There's
drain
no fucking way I believe that.
pouring
I
Justin
believe that.
because I am not falling for Scott's trap to hit me with the race card for drain pouring a black quarterback. Black quarterbacks, and I'm drain pouring the white guy. There you go. Suck it, Scott.
Sorry, I was a little quick on that one.
I fucking tried. I tried. I was like, well, no matter what, I'm not drain pouring Jalen Hurts. I'll tell you that much. That was my first thought, and I was like, well, two is slightly less black, so I guess. And I was like, and I can't make it so obvious as to drain pour the white guy, so I'm obviously sipping the white guy.
Justin Herbert knows Spanish, so
Did you just say Justin Herbert knows Spanish?
yeah, he does.
Honestly, that actually, yeah, if you can speak 2 languages, you got to be good in the huddle.
That's
Really?
my guy.
Do you have to be good in the huddle if you can speak 2 languages?
If you're able to comprehend and be
How many
fluent?
Spanish speaking players?
That's
do you
not the
have?
point. It's not because you're speaking Spanish in the huddle. It's just that you're able to learn and absorb information and relate
This
to
isn't
people that
fucking
easy.
baseball. Jesus.
Oh, right. Sorry.
2 big hires this week, guys. Matt Rule going to Nebraska on an 8-year contract.
Who the fuck cares?
What is happening? What? Matt Rule got 8 fucking years. What,
Dude, here's how that negotiation went. They went Matt Rule.
Right? It was crazy.
Yeah, it was something insane.
They
Sorry, go
told
ahead,
him.
Mookie.
Yeah, they just asked Matt Rule. They're like, "How many dollars do you need to come here?" And he gave them a number. And then they went to their accountants. They're like, "How many years do we have to structure this and span this out over so that it doesn't murder us in the books?" And then that's how they got the deal. His ass is going to be fired under 4.5 years, hands down. And the Avs suck. They just got scored on.
Cesar, you're shaking your head. No. You think Matt Rule won't get fired, or you think the you're shaking your head at the contract?
I'm shaking. I didn't know that he was signed for that long, but my thing is every time I've hated a hire, they've done fantastic. So
Okay,
Shane
show your
Beamer-
work.
Like Shane Beamer at South Carolina, I was like, oh, that's fucking dumb. They just beat Clemson and Tennessee.
Well, but I mean,
Okay.
Clemson lost to a bad Notre Dame team.
They
so.
did. They're not that good.
Yeah, but it's still Clemson. Like, I gave y'all props for that, like, W. And I never do that anyways. And then, who's the piece of shit? Oh, the beer drinker, Sam Pittman, when he got hired at Arkansas. I was like, he sucks dick too. Fantastic hire. Josh Heupel at Tennessee, I was like, dog shit. It's not going to work out. Well, look where Tennessee is now.
Well, now to be fair, they're not in the playoffs.
Yeah, but they're better than what they were 2-3 years ago.
They're also not in the 12-team playoff projection. So
Yes, they were.
Tennessee was.
They were in the 12 team.
They were like a 6 or 7.
So
Matt
7.
Rule.
Yeah, 17.
I think, is Warren Buffett, did he go to Nebraska?
no.
Because I don't know how they can
Is that
afford these
him?
coaches. He lives in Nebraska. He's from Nebraska. Omaha's in Nebraska, right?
Yeah.
Or
or
that's fine.
Peyton's house.
That's fine. But what the hell does that have to do with them?
He's saying, how can Nebraska afford these coaches unless Warren Buffett went there?
Because that's the only thing in the state they spend their money on.
Exactly.
They grow corn and they spend it on football.
Look, here's the funny thing. Nebraska just hired Matt Rule for 8 years to go to the Big Ten championship and lose to either Ohio State or Michigan. Like, that's it. What are you doing?
Ohio
You're in
State's
the
gonna
Big
make
Ten
the
West. You have no shot in the current setup. You have to play Michigan or Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. You are going to lose. Doesn't matter who your coach is. Good night. Have fun at the Rose Bowl as a consolation.
That's fine. Wisconsin did the same thing.
They do the same thing. Luke Fickle.
Hold on a minute. This is Luke's first shot, though. So
no, it isn't. He
had that shot at Ohio State.
Oh, jeez.
And then they were like, you're not good enough.
Are you kidding me? That shit don't count.
It does count. Why does that not count? He was the head coach.
He was the interim head coach.
Still the head coach. And that
while
was
dealing with all of the pants selling and whatnot.
That was before the transfer portal, too. So you can't even be like, well, he lost everybody.
Yeah, but his kids they were disengaged. They weren't paying attention. He was just trying to hold the program together, man.
No.
Why are you being so mean to Luke?
I'm not. Like, good for him. I'm glad you parlayed it into the Wisconsin job, and congratulations on a Power 5 school that won't make the playoffs because you're going to lose in the Big Ten championship to Ohio State or Michigan. Like, what are we doing? Why Big Ten jobs are dog shit if they're not Ohio State or Michigan? It's a terrible conference to be a coach in.
Well, now hold on, slow down, because Michigan has only been good for the last 2 years. Okay,
it doesn't matter. Like, they're good now. Like, Michigan is good now. Michigan is a good.
Oh, okay, right. And like Jimmy H is going to be able to keep that shit together.
Look, they're a good team. Michigan for 2 years now has been a good team. You can't say they're not a good team. They're likely going to be college playoffs back-to-back years. That's a good team. So the rest of the Big Ten, outside of Ohio State and Michigan, not good teams. They're all a pile of dog shit that Ohio State and Michigan are the magic mushrooms that have grown out of, and you can pick them and get high off of them in college football excellence, while the rest of the conference is just a turd pile. That's Big Ten is.
I'm on board now because you related to Shroom, so sold.
But Wisconsin doesn't fire their coaches super quick. Like, he's going to be there for the next 5-6 years.
No, right, because Wisconsin knows their place. They know, listen, we want to get to the Big Ten championship and lose and go to the Rose Bowl. That's a great season for Wisconsin. Right. They're very happy with that season. So Luke Fickell is probably going to have a great career there because he will get Wisconsin to the Big Ten championship where they lose to Ohio State or Michigan, and then he gets to go to the Rose Bowl and play whoever.
Oregon.
The Utes. He gets to play Utah or whatever's left of the Pac-12 after the Big Ten expands even further and sucks up the rest of that conference.
Right.
And then he parlays that into an SEC job. Like, good for Luke, man. Like, that's why I don't understand why you're so down on it.
UC fans are delusional as fuck. Like, Mookie joked about it at the top of the show, but UC fans really think Deion Sanders is coming to coach this program. Like,
it's
Scott,
happening.
If you put on a scale of 0 to 100,
0.
What are the
Yeah, it's 0. If you can go below 0, it'd be that. But it's
I love
0.
that Mike could have phrased it as like, what are the chances that Deion Sanders does not get hired? It's got 0. All of this is 0. There's nothing to see here.
Like, Deion Sanders ain't coming to Cincy. Like, he's not coming to Cincy. I don't care what they think.
Urban Meyer. Is Urban Meyer coming to Cincy? Because that's the other one. They're like, Urban went here. He might come.
No.
He might.
No,
he won't.
No,
He's going to get paid more barely working
dude.
for Fox.
Fucking UC gets all of the up and coming and or maybe they'll break it big at their next coaching gigs. Like that's who they get. They get Butch Jones who goes on to Tennessee. They get they get Kid Killer who goes on to Notre Dame. They get, Fickle who goes on to Wisconsin. Like they're just a stepping stone. There's Xavier basketball and fucking football. Like it just is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, except we're gonna make a Final Four before they make the playoffs again.
That's true.
Texas is making a Final Four before they make a fucking Final Four.
Who before Xavier?
Anyone.
Before anyone. There will be nobody else.
Just like, I'll take all comers, man. Anybody.
Isn't Rick Minter's kid a coach now? I think he's a coordinator somewhere. I was like, that's my money.
Last name is Minter?
Yeah, that's I think he's a coordinator. It might be at Michigan. Is there a Michigan coordinator that's Rick Minter's kid? I'm gonna have to look this up now. But that's my money on who ends up at UC. Like UC, and that's the thing with the UC fans is they're so pumped that they think they're gonna get Dion or they think they're gonna get Urban, that when they get this good up and coming coordinator, they're gonna be disappointed about it when it's probably a pretty decent hire. Like that's a solid choice to get a guy like that.
Sounds like Notre Dame fans. And
thank you, JB. Minter is the DC at Michigan. So yeah, that's my money on who they end up taking. Go ahead,
y'all
Cesar.
Y'all are losing the quarterback, right? Whoever y'all's quarterback is.
Who?
For Notre Dame.
I don't know that we're losing anything. We're just not going to have him back next year.
Okay, so apparently, where there's smoke, there's fire. Did I get that one right?
You did.
Yes,
okay.
you did.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. Apparently, there's a lot of smoke saying that Hudson Card is number 1 on Notre Dame's list.
Who?
Hudson Card, the QB for Texas that took over when Quinn got hurt.
14-year-olds. Got it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, look, Notre Dame's got they got some quarterbacks coming in. Like, I'm not sweating. It would be amazing if Notre Dame had a quarterback this year. That would have been nice to have, but
we've never gotten a quarterback good enough that they were actually going to start as a true freshman, and that's why I never get excited.
Jimmy Clausen, excuse me, Jimmy Clausen.
I stand by my statement. That spiky-haired motherfucker was never going to be anything worthwhile.
Wasn't Brady Quinn good?
No.
Yeah, but he didn't start as a freshman.
Right.
You remember when Jimmy Clausen showed up with the high school championship rings at his press conference, announcing that he was going to Notre Dame? And
remember those dumb assholes who were like, "This kid's got balls. He's clearly going to be able to handle the pressure at Notre Dame. We're in for big things between him and a Super Bowl winning coach."
Oh,
yeah, Mike, you remember the conversation we had, right? Because that was us.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Guys, listen, we'll give Mookie and Cesar some time here because it was a big day for America.
USA! Where's my camera? USA! USA!
It was a big day for world peace. Let's talk a little soccer. Mookie, you un-American bastard. You said the U.S. team is going to lose. You're
nuclear code for Iran.
You bleed. Your colors bleed, Mookie.
Oh, they're bleeding all over the place. Yeah.
A 1-0 win.
I think
you're on.
The only celebration been so heartwarming. That's the uplift I needed.
I did not care. Like, the game was whatever. The press conferences leading up to the game were the highlight of my week. When the press from Iran corrected our captain on how to pronounce the country's name, and then asked why our coach hasn't asked the government to pull the Navy out of the sea by Iran. Like, I wanted Greg Beretta to just be like, I don't fucking know, man. I coach soccer. Most of the people here don't even give a shit about this sport. Like, I'm just here because if I lose,
I'm here so I don't get fined. That's what it was.
These colors don't bleed, baby. These stripes don't bleed.
Oh, the only thing that could have made that response better is if he just looked at him and said, where are they going to go?
They don't have homes.
That would have been solid. Would have been solid. A random obscure baseball reference, and then fucking Iran hit us with it. Like, what? Where are they gonna go?
Phil Castellini is sitting at home watching it. He does the Leo meme from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That would be good.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's good.
I started to watch it and I fell asleep.
Look, it's a long ass movie. It's decent. All right.
Yeah, it's really long.
It's very long. It's how that goes.
Tarantino style.
Tarantino. Because there's all kinds of dialogue that's like, bro, this doesn't have to be dialogue in this movie. And it's, like, it's art, man. It's what you got to do. It's like, okay, well, this is 13 minutes of them talking about a goddamn piece of cheese. Like, can we fucking move on? Like, this has nothing to do. And then you get to the end and you're like, maybe that cheese thing is going to come back because I spent so much time on it. When the movie ends, you're like, they never fucking brought up the cheese again, man. Fuck? Why did we talk about cheese for 13 goddamn minutes? And then it doesn't even have anything to do with the ending of the movie. Just everybody's dead. This is some bullshit.
Yeah, well, we lost I Hate My Life, but I don't know if he's still here.
Yeah.
Your camera went black. There
you
it
guys,
is.
I just switched tabs.
How much of that USA Iran game did you watch today?
Not a single minute.
What are the odds that my employer's watching? Because that's definitely going to phrase my question.
Drew, what was on in the background while you were working?
Clearly the stock market tickers and, statistical analysis.
God, how do you not watch a minute of a win or go home?
Probably because he was sleeping, man. He's got that shit.
Nah, man. Yes, that is what I was doing.
Yeah. I was like, how are you going to not take the out, Scott? God damn it, man.
Maybe knock over a drink.
Actually, I was going to go with, and this is the absolute God's honest truth, I was getting my Kyler Murray on. I was fucking Call of Duty and it up.
And you can't even have it on the background? Like, come on, man.
I can't because I was on the main TV. There ain't no other TVs in there. It's just,
bro, you got a cell phone?
I know, but I mean, that was going to drain my cell phone battery.
It was a great game. Christian Pulisic took one to the dick in order to send the
Mega Messi, baby, a fucking dog.
He ain't having. I hope he saves some sperm because
the best was they came out after halftime and they were like, he's out with an abdominal injury, and I was like, no, that dude got kicked in the dick. Like that's a dick injury. He's got a straight up dick pulled. Like that's the problem. Is his dick is hurting. He can't run.
Dude, did you? He went to the hospital though. Like I'm honestly worried
because there's probably some testicular
eruptions. Bursting,
like, contusions or some shit to the balls. It's a balls contusion.
Dude. Oh man, and the best, well, not best, but like the thing that stuck out is I was talking to my wife about it afterwards because I was like, dude, did you see the goal? And she's like, no. I was like, let me just tell you, Christian's dick is fucked because he laid on the field for probably about 4 minutes. They rolled him off to the side, then they tried to walk him off, and like they were holding on to him to kind of help prop him up. And I said to her, I was like, you know that walk you see when someone gets hit in the dick real good and they've just got that walk about them where they're not quite right? He did that and pushed the trainers off and was like, no, y'all need to like just I'm still trying to breathe. Like
Tank said his dick is now in his liver. Sarah said he's got black and blue balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. But Matt said, and this is what I want to talk about. It was a great game. It had one goal. This is why soccer is stupid. But you can have a great football game that only has one touchdown. Why is that not like, why is it just because it was one goal?
Because the American attention span and intelligence is not capable of actually understanding what goes on in a soccer match. They don't respect the beauty of it and the continuity of play.
Shit. I like women's soccer better. I just don't give a shit.
Oh, that I'll agree to that too. I think the women's game is cleaner. It's more technical. Plus, there's ponytails, which I'm a big fan of. But I honestly think it's a better watch than the men's game because there's so much bullshit flopping and just cheap stuff. Not even gamesmanship, just bullshit.
Yeah, I just don't enjoy the men's as much. Like, it has nothing to do with our team itself. It's just I'm just not a fan of our women.
Mike,
AB says you can't have a great football game with one TD. I highly disagree. I think we could totally.
Who cares what JB said? Did you see what Tank said? I want you to read it.
Does the dick kick make us even for when Trump hit one of their generals with the drone strike?
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
Race card.
I have a speech to navigate this from that. Get up, cocksuckers. It's all over. Listen, we've had a rough couple months. Fucking Katrina's cousin Maria, the other one, Puerto Rico, Houston, fucking Florida. Listen, it's been tough up to now. The earthquake in Mexico, the White House, whatever the fuck is going on, but it don't matter. They want to shoot. It's time for us to fucking shoot, cocksuckers. They want to get down and dirty. Don't forget who we are. Y'all understand me? We're the baddest motherfuckers out there. You send a message to that fucking North Korean, he's going to be sniffing my dick and sucking my asshole. That's the focus. We're going to North Korea in a year. It's going to be an island. It's going to glow in the dark. You know why? Because we're fucking Americans, cocksuckers. Who the fuck do you think you're dealing with? Stop with the gun control. They're selling more guns ever in the last 3 days. Stop with the fucking whining. Start with the Russians on Facebook. I don't give a fuck. Worry about yourself. Go USA. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Elon tweeted that?
No, Joey Diaz.
Wow.
Well, it's fine. That's understandable because doesn't he have CTE? Like, we don't even need a brain
We're
scan.
accurately pointing out why did the show take a turn in the last 5
Sarah,
minutes?
this is your fault because you somehow thought it was a good idea to give me 36 ounces of 6.1 deliciousness here. Okay.
Guys, listen, people might not be appreciative of the World Cup and the soccer, but there were 15 million people that watched the U.S.-England match. And it peaked at 19 million. What can we say about that as compared to the 42 million that watched the Giants versus the Cowboys? Like, everybody who loves soccer is like 19 million people watch this match. That's a big deal. Also, 42 million watched the Giants and the Cowboys. So, like,
see, that's different though, because they still haven't figured out how to properly account for the streaming numbers. So all the viewership numbers you hear about talked about in the media, the left media, yeah, those are just the old school Nielsen broadcast numbers. They don't take into account the streaming numbers. And soccer fans, we're nothing if not creative because we have to find creative ways to watch our overseas matches that frequently aren't on mainstream media, So there was a lot of other people with eyeballs on that game that aren't captured in your numbers.
I don't think it's a 30 million number difference, though.
No, it's probably more
30 million people
It's
stealing.
probably like 65,
30
70.
million people huddled around their laptops at 2:00 in the afternoon to watch USA versus England in the World Cup.
I mean, honestly, there is a part of that that's in play with this too, though, because there's a ton of people who, because we are offset from when the game's kicking off, do actually stream it on their laptops while they're taking work calls. I'm not one of those people. I'm very dedicated and hardworking. I know Mike is the exact same way.
But again, those numbers don't boost that. Like, even if I give you 2 million, that's still half the amount that a Monday Night Football
give 10 million, and it's still
yes.
like 25 million. It's still not even close to. I mean, look, it's great. It's good progress. I'm glad to see it. Soccer is a fun sport to watch. My son scored his first goal this week. He ran around the field 3 times in celebration. The coach had to tell him to line back up
while the other team kicked off and scored on them.
The other team was like, "Can we fucking go?" And he was still doing laps, whooping it up with the crowd, and everybody's like, "Get on the line, man, get on!" And he's like,
"Please tell me he ripped his shirt over his head." And
no, but he did try to high five the goalie that let the goal go past. It was a dick move, but I appreciated it.
I was gonna say, how proud of you were you in that moment?
It's a dog, but yeah, that I like the sport. I like the sport. I'm glad to see it grow, but like, let's pump the brakes on like tooting the horn about 15 million people watching the game on Black
Peyton
Friday.
Manning's on board with Bex. It's all downhill from here. We've hit the tipping point. To be fair.
Michigan State, Notre Dame, Michigan State. What the fuck? Michigan, Ohio State peaked at 19 million this past week, and it was the most watched college football game this year. that still pales in comparison to the NFL. NFL numbers are just fucking crazy.
NFL numbers are ridiculous. NFL will always be king dog. Hang on real quick because we're running out on time. Quick basketball here. Boom shakalaka! Guys, Bill Walton.
Did he die?
Better than Gus Johnson. Easily. Bill Walton over Gus Johnson any day of the week.
Yeah, hands down.
100%.
Hands down.
No, gotta go Gus Johnson on this one.
No.
100%.
Gus Johnson. 100%.
100% Gus Johnson on a
100%. You want to know why? Because Bill Walton was on the call with the UConn game this weekend. One of the Phil Knight tournaments. There's like 9 Phil Knight tournaments that were happening.
Dude, did you see in the stands? Holy fuck, the guy looks like the Crypt Keeper.
Well, he's 85 years old, so
yeah, but he's like a dying 85. Like he should be 6 feet under it. He should be 12.
He's older than my grandpa?
Yeah.
Phil Knight's old, man. He's pretty old.
Oh, I thought Bill Walton.
And he's like the creepy looking old guy too. He's just not he's not just an old person. He's like creepy. Like
so Bill Walton's on the call for the UConn. I think it was UConn Iowa State. And 10 minutes into the game, the other announcer points out that Iowa State hasn't hit a 3-pointer yet. He's like, we're 10 minutes into the game, and Iowa State hasn't hit a 3-pointer yet. And Bill Walton was like, what? So what? Who cares? Sounds like you got something on this game. They're winning. And the announcer was like, no, they're not. And he goes, no, they're not. I don't even know what arena I'm in. Bill Walton beats Gus Johnson hands down. I don't give a shit what you say. High-ass Bill Walton smoking whatever before the game over Gus Johnson any day of the week. No shot.
But you're I mean, that's making a big giant assumption that Gus is coming in just not high as fuck. Like, I mean, maybe he just holds his shit together better.
He's good when he's high. Like Gus is one of those dudes that you're like, how do you function when you're that high? And he's still like onions. Meanwhile, Bill Walton's like, where the fuck am I right now? This is some crazy shit. What are they doing over there?
Look, I gotta. If that's really what's happening, then I'm sorry, Gus. You ain't doing something right, brother. Like. If you're trying to microdose, fair, but come on now. When you hit a certain point, it's like, let me see how far I can push this until they fire me.
You won't admit to watching the World Cup, but you'll say that on the street.
Classic.
I don't know. I don't want to say whether I had the World Cup on in the background while I was at work, but also if you want to talk about microdosing, let's see how far we can push it. What the fuck?
Hey, I had heard a podcast advertisement about it. Clicked the link. I don't know. Next thing I knew, I was in Bill Walton's fan club. Like
this week. Cesar, why don't you go first since the three of us had the same beer? What were you drinking?
I was drinking fucking America, bro. No, I was drinking
America.
Preamble. We the people. A Patriot. Is this Session or is it Session? Lager.
Session.
By American. Oh shit. By Armed Forces Brewing Company.
Wait, is it a Saison or a Session? Lager.
Session lager.
Session. Okay. Yeah, okay. Is it a Patriot session?
Look, that it feels like that beer when you buy it, you get a red hat with it. I don't know. It's
almost like a
bro. The only day I could drink it was today because we won. So Preamble, it is a beer. I don't like the way this sounds. I'm not gonna drink the rest of it.
Does it taste like you're licking boots?
No. It tastes like nothing, if I'm being honest. It tastes like water.
Does the U.S. advance on Saturday?
Oh my goodness, we're playing Virgil van Dijk. I don't know.
No, we're not.
No.
Do we score?
Yes.
Call your final.
3-2 US. I mean Netherlands.
You just said no, we don't score, and then you said we lose 3-2. That was the.
I said yes.
No. He said we
I
score.
thought you said no, we don't score.
Yeah, he said no.
Virgil
He said
van
no, we
Dijk's
don't
gonna
win.
score a
No, we
header
don't
in the
advance.
88th.
The three of us were drinking BS Brewworks Yellow Jacket, courtesy of our friend Sarah White. Guys, I think this is a reason.
Oh, happy birthday! I heard that earlier.
Yes, it's Sarah's. Yes, happy birthday, Sarah. This
I
is a
hope you had some
resounding
cake.
bang, right? Like everybody.
Yes.
This one.
I will
Bang
let
it.
this
I'm not
insect
fucking my
bang
beard.
me.
Mookie would take it from he would get pegged by this beer.
Yeah, that's technically what it is.
Good, man. It's so good. It's one of those pale ales that isn't like overwhelmingly hoppy.
No,
it is a good flavor to it.
It's a smooth drink,
but it's kind of nice. It's got a nice thick pour too. You know, it's a thick bitch, but in the good way.
I think they were right when they said this is their best beer. I'm actually kind of nervous about the Belgian Strong next week because I thought this was, if this is their best beer, I should have saved it for last, but that's fine.
I'm kind of nervous waiting until next week. Like, that's 7 days, man. I can't touch it.
Yeah, please don't drink your beer before that.
I'm going to do my best.
Guys, I missed having Joe on this week. It's not the same without Joe popping in.
Yeah, thanks for nothing, you fucker.
I only got through like halfway of my second episode notes.
Okay, good. So we have half of episode 2, all of episode 3, and episode 4 next week.
No problem.
Maybe there'll be some decent stuff for Scott to be able to talk about, like Kyler Murray playing Call of Duty.
They're not going to do
or
it.
just me playing Call of Duty during the World Cup.
You know, I got to be honest, that is actually fairly entertaining to me. What's your ratio like?
Not good.
This has been a damn fun show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to follow the show at Crafty Sports, Twitter and Instagram. Go join the Facebook group. All those yokels you heard, the comments are in there. It's a good time. Everybody has fun, and we laugh at everybody makes fun. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, and subscribe and review wherever you get your podcast. Helps us out more than you know. If you enjoyed the show, tell a friend. It's really the only way we can grow is if you guys tell people to tune in and people that you think would like the show. Tell them to tune in. Tell them to hit us up. It'll help us more than you realize. We will see you guys next week. Cheers, everybody.
Peace, fuckers.
Poland will not perish.
USA. Rah, rah, rah.
Feel like poop right now.